Welcome to me having an inconsistent uploading schedule. Sorry for the delay of video upload, I was just busy with my personal life. So I've decided instead of long videos that cannot be finished within a month, I will try new ways to upload more content, with quick and short review videos. However, I am still working on my other project. The first idea I got was the new Resident Evil demo, and compared it to the 2004 version and see what it has in store today. To compare both the demo and the old game, I want to replay both of them up to the part where Leon mentions bingo.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Just to see what the differences are between them. The introductions are separate from each other, turning from the recap of the previous Resident Evil games and the consequences of it all.
Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
To an attempt to make a realistic aspect of Leon's experience from the past events.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different.
To me, it just seems like a peculiar change of the introduction, but I suppose they wish to fresh out Leon's backstory. Not really sure why, but okay. The first notable thing in the new Resident Evil 4 is the removal of the tank controls. Thank God. And although I'd still maintain the old habits of treating the new Resident Evil 4 like the old one, it is still a great feeling when I remember that I can practically walk, run, and aim freely. Then comes the crouching, and I am completely confused. My first thought was to have approaches of being tactical, sneaking up behind people and just giving them the London special, but this is Resident Evil 4, who fucking uses tactics. Never mind the fact that Leon judo kicks any box he comes across, already stretching the line of being tactical. You see, the old Resident Evil 4 wasn't about the grim and the gloom, it was about the action. And with the events of Resident Evil 4, surely doing roundhouse kicks was on the table as many things in Resident Evil. Also, is it just me, or is the new Resident Evil 4 more cutscene focused? Not to say that the old one didn't have any constant use of cutscenes, but the new one feels a bit dragged down and frequent. This removes any tension from the game. Like for example, this scene where Leon comes across the assumed loco, he discovers the missing cop's badge and follows up with Leon's professional American foreign policy. But why was this section stuck behind a cutscene? At least with the 2004 version you could just shoot the bastard. But there are some new mechanics that are worth mentioning. Besides the puzzles, put key to door, amazing. One of the new mechanics that really does seem to surprise me is the parrying system. Pull out your melee at the right moment and you can block attacks, stunning them. Fantastic idea to not spend your bullets on them and being reactive against the enemy's attacks. Speaking of the enemies, they are much more clever. When you're being surrounded, you will try to lead the enemies around in some sort of a conga line, just to keep them organized. But here comes the surprise, they will take the shortest path to get to you, essentially keeping you on your feet. Not only that, but unarmed enemies that grab you will force you to face enemies with weapons, a hint of teamwork from the enemies. These two impressive mechanics show the potential of the remake, however there are some mechanics that I do not like at all. The first issue I have is the crafting system. It feels so bare bone and too simplistic, even including a list of crafting recipes. What is this, Resident Evil 4 or every open world survival game? I completely understand this is just a demo and it doesn't show the full product. This is just a concern I have noticed. I believe for this, they should keep the combination system for not only herbs and healing items, but also for the new materials, to encourage players to experiment and discover what item does what, instead of this generic hold button to make stuff. And with the way you aim, I hate it. Where's the laser sight? This crosshair just feels lackluster. It works well with Resident Evil 7 and 8, but it doesn't fit well with Resident Evil 4. Maybe they can have a setting where you can have either the crosshair or the laser sight. To conclude this review, the Resident Evil 4 remake has some potential. I just hope they don't strip the key aspects of what made the old Resident Evil 4 so memorable, and continue to make improvements for the remake. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd like to say thank you, and see you on the next video. And as always, hasta luego. Ah shit.